Hello everyone, and welcome back to Cooking with Suzanne. Today we're going to prepare a lovely salad that I think is very appropriate for this time of year. We're going to make a Brussels sprout salad with julienne apple, toasted walnuts, and a white balsamic vinaigrette. So the first thing we need to do is prepare our vinaigrette, which, by the way, you could use this for any salad. This dressing is absolutely delicious. Okay, so what you need, I have in my bowl here 2 tablespoons of white balsamic vinegar, 2 tablespoons of fresh lemon juice, and in here I also finely diced 1 small shallot, and I added 1/2 teaspoon of kosher salt. And the reason why I did this ahead of time is you need to let this macerate. It definitely softens up the flavor of the shallot, and it also, you're able to let the salt really dissolve into your vinegar and into your lemon juice. So once again, 2 tablespoons of lemon juice, 2 tablespoons of white balsamic vinegar, 1/2 teaspoon of kosher salt, and 1 small shallot finely diced. So let's just put in 1 teaspoon of the Dijon, and then we're going to whisk in slowly 1/2 cup of extra virgin olive oil. I'm going to just put a touch more in there. There we go. Okay. Okay, this is a first press, a cold first press extra virgin olive oil, so it makes for a very delicious vinaigrette. And you just want to whisk this in. First, let me just get the mustard mixed in here first. Okay, and then just slowly whisk in your extra virgin olive oil. I have here 1/2 cup. So it's basically 1/4 cup of acid to 1/2 cup of oil. I think all we need to do is just add a little bit of black pepper to our vinaigrette, and this is all set and ready to go. And now we can go ahead and prepare and assemble our delicious salad. I have here 1 pound of Brussels sprouts. And all you need to do, I rinse them of course, and all you need to do is just cut the base of each one, and 2 or 3 or 4 of the outer leaves will pop off, and that's fine. You can get rid of those. And you can use a food processor with your slicing blade to slice these very quickly, probably have them done in 30 seconds. Or if you happen to have one of these vegetable slicers, these Japanese vegetable slicers, and you can just do it by hand. It doesn't take very long. It probably took me about 5 minutes. So I have it so that it's nice and thin. You really want your Brussels sprouts to be nice and thin. When you get close to where you don't want to hurt yourself, just put that aside, and then we can take that and just slice it with a chef knife nice and thin. Let's just take our chef knife and then just go in and just slice this super thin, and before you know it, all of your Brussels sprouts are done. You can certainly do this ahead of time and just put this in a Ziploc bag and have this ready. So let's get these in here. Okay, celery. I love celery. It has a wonderful crunch. It's refreshing. It is 90% water, but it has a beautiful crunch, and if you slice this nice and thin, it's wonderful in almost any salad. All right, so I think we have more than enough. And the next thing that we need to work on is our apple. one nice apple. This is a Gala. Fuji would be nice. Just, there's so many varieties. Whatever is your favorite, by all means, go ahead and use it. If you prefer to leave the skin on, you certainly can. I'm going to remove it. I just use my slicer, and I will change it to make it a lot thicker. This should be good. Let me just see how that thickness is here. That looks nice. And then I just go around the apple until we get close to the core. And then you can just put them together, do a few at a time, and then just make some nice julienne slices here. You want to slice your apple close to the time that you're actually going to assemble it so that they don't turn brown. However, once you put the dressing on, the acidity from the lemon juice and the vinegar will also help keep it nice. Now, I've also toasted some walnuts. I toast them at 350 degrees. They take anywhere from 10 to 15 minutes. And we're going to add some dried cranberries. So, we have our apple done. We have our celery done. When it comes to, I did a half a cup of toasted walnuts, and I did a very rough chop. You want to see them, you want to taste them, you don't want this too fine. So this was barely a rough chop. And I have, you can do anywhere from a quarter to a half a cup of cranberries, or as I said, you could do pomegranate seeds. And I still had some chives. Come December, chives are almost impossible to find. I do have some here, so I'm going to add 2 tablespoons of fresh chives. If you don't have them, parsley is, flat leaf Italian parsley is always available. And what's nice, if you can get some nice small parsley leaves, you don't even need to chop these leaves. You can just scatter these parsley leaves throughout your salad, and that flavor would be really very nice too. So we'll do a little bit of both. I have plenty of chives already in my dish, but we can also add a little bit of parsley at the same time. And let's see, what else? I think we have all of our ingredients ready. Now it's a matter of just assembling it. It's really a very easy, delicious salad to prepare. I just used my peeler just to peel some cheese off of a wedge of Parmesan. So we have some Parmesan, about a quarter of a cup, you know, just a good handful. I do have some Danish blue here that I thought we could crumble a little bit on as well. First thing you want to do is add all of your Brussels sprouts, and we'll put in our 2, I love the celery, so if you have some nice small celery leaves, you could also put that in here, which would be really good. So we're just getting all of our ingredients. I'm going to save some of the walnuts to scatter on top. I'll put some throughout the salad, but let's just save some to scatter on the top as well. And we'll put in our cranberries. I'm going to put in all of our herbs. And let's put in our apple. I'm going to save a little bit for the top. There we go. Now we can add a little bit of black pepper. So let's put a little bit, about a half a teaspoon or so of kosher salt to start. You definitely want to flavor it. Take a spoon and go around the edge of your bowl. And then we will toss the dressing in. I'm going to, I think about 3 of these spoonfuls, about 3 tablespoons we'll start with, and then go in and mix it. Then you can taste to see if you need more dressing. And of course you can always put a nice little dish of the dressing at the table in case you feel that you need a little bit more. So first thing you want to do, let's go in and layer this. So at this point, if we're going to make another layer of this, let's add a little bit of cheese. A little extra apple. We can even, let's wipe that off, take just a drizzle of dressing over the apple. Okay, and then we can mound a little bit more. I want to save a little bit to plate, do an individual plate here. Okay, and then once again, let's take some cheese and just scatter the cheese shards over the salad. We could put a few of the walnuts on top. There we go. I think that looks very nice. Okay, looks nice, and I think more than enough. We will go ahead and put some of the cheese shards on top. And a few extra walnuts. Put a few julienne pieces of apple, and you can always drizzle a little dressing just very lightly over the top, very lightly. You might want to just finish it with a little bit of fleur de sel. And our salad is complete. I think that looks quite delicious and wonderful for this time of year. I'm going to come over and show it to you, and then I'll bring this one over as well so you can see it. So here is our Brussels sprout salad with toasted walnuts, dried cranberries, julienne of apple, and a white balsamic vinaigrette. And here you have this beautiful salad, perfect for this time of year. So thank you very much for joining me. Please subscribe to our YouTube channel, Cooking with Suzanne Fine Regional Cuisine. Look forward to seeing you next time. Take care. Have a great day.